subtracting negative numbers. Before we subtract negative numbers, let's look at our question 7 minus 1, which is equal to 6. Now, if you were to change that slightly, so this is 7 plus minus 1, we then need some rules to follow. So what we are saying here is that if the two symbols next to each other are, in the first case, the same, so be it a minus and a minus or a plus and a plus, then we change them both to be a positive. If they are different, like minus plus or plus and a minus, we then change them to be a minus symbol. So in this case, we have a plus and a minus. So we're going to be using this rule here, plus and minus, to replace this to be a minus 1, so 7 minus 1, and this equals 6, just the way we did above here. So now here, what we also have done is use the second set of rules that are over here. Now 7 is a positive and the 1 is a negative. So here we are using these rules here because the signs are different. So the rules say that they must subtract the two numbers. So 7 take away 1 is 6. And then we take the sign of the larger number, which is the plus. So it's a plus 6, which is exactly what we've been doing previously. Let's look at another example. 7 minus minus 2. Now here, the two symbols in the middle are minuses. So that's this first rule here. So we change this to a plus. So this becomes 7 plus 2. Now the 7 is the positive, and so is the 2. So we're going to use these rules here. So we add the two numbers together. So 7 add 2 is 9. And then we keep the sign. So the sign in both cases is plus, so we just keep it. So it's just a plus. Obviously, we don't need to put a plus in front of the 9. So we can just leave it as 9. Let's look at another example. Minus 4 plus minus 3. So we start with looking at the signs in the middle. So this is a plus and a minus. So we're going to be using this rule here and change that to a minus. So this becomes minus 4 minus 3. We then look at our second rules and we know that the 4 is a negative and so is the 3. So they're the same sign. So we're going to add the numbers. 4 add 3 is 7. And then we keep the sign, so the minus. So the answer here is minus 7. Let's have a look at another example. Minus 4 plus 7. In this case, we only have one symbol in the middle. So we can move on to the next set of rules. So the 4 is negative and the 7 is a positive. So they're different. So we're going to use these rules here. So it tells us to subtract the numbers. Now we can subtract them in any order. So 4 take away 7 or 7 take away 4. So 7 take away 4 is 3. So I'm just going to put over here. 7 take away 4 is what we want to do. So that becomes 3. And then we take the sign of the larger number. Well, here it's the 7 that is larger. And the 7 has the symbol plus. So the answer here is plus 3. The plus symbol we don't need to write in front of the number. So it's just 3. Let's have a look at another example. Minus 3 plus minus 2. So here the symbols in the middle are plus and minus, which is this rule here. So we change the middle symbol to a minus. So this becomes minus 3 minus 2. Then we look at the signs in front of these two numbers, which is a minus and a minus. So we're going to use this rule here. So we're going to add the numbers together. Add the two numbers, so 3 add 2, which gives us 5. And then we keep the sign, which is a minus. So here it's minus 5. Let's look at another example. Minus 2 plus 5. So here in the middle, we only have one symbol. So we don't need to use our first set of rules that we have over here. So we look at our second set of rules. And the first one is a minus. So 2 is minus and the 5 is a plus. So they're different. So we're going to use these rules here. So the first thing is to subtract. So we're going to do 5 take away 2. Again, we can do it in any order. Just for now, we're just going to take the easy option. 5 take away 2, which is 3. And then we take the sign of the larger number. So 5 is larger than 2. So we take the sign of the 5, which is a plus. So the answer here is a plus 3. Again, we don't need to put the plus symbol in front of it.
You can download the application on Google Play or App Store, and you can visit our website mathslegends.co.uk.